Yeah, we gotta show love first, like a podcast. Put the work in, trying to make it last.
Your boy Kated Don,
It's your boy Wraith.
and it's the Love First podcast, man. We have a very special guest in the building with us, or virtually with us for the podcast. Up and coming artist, has some very dope music out right now. Tahmell. Let's make some noise for Tahmell on the podcast. What's up, Tahmell?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? Thanks for having me.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
Chilling, just in work mode. You know what I mean?
Yes, man. We do go back, man. Just from seeing you do music, I know the dynamics of creating music and putting it out has changed, especially for 2020 with this whole pandemic, going on. So how has that changed? One, how you create music and how you put it out, or has it changed anything?
No, I mean it changed what? It changed my choice on how I spend my time on creating music, and it changed my priorities to either you're gonna do this music or you're gonna continue to fuck around, get jobs, work here, go to studio this week, then gotta fuck all that. When the corona happened, it helped me jump 100% in nose deep, and now figure out how to survive through the music. Like, instead of hustling in the street, you got to figure out how you can hustle in whatever department it is you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? And music, making beats, mixing, and all that shit. It was like, damn, I could do all this shit. I could get money for that. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely. And you got a new project out right now, actually. Tell us a little bit about that project.
Home. It was definitely inspired by being home, stuck in the crib. But I also recorded the crib. I recorded in the crib. I mixed it in the crib. I sent my features out from the crib. They sent it back to my email, which I was at the crib. So I called it home. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just where it was created from.
Yeah. And I know you have some questions too. Let me just ask this one.
Yeah.
I know it changes for me when I create music, but what about for you? What is your favorite song on the album?
My favorite song, it would have to be I Rap Too and Thank You.
And why?
Because it wasn't an album where I could just go out and be like, all right, show the world that you just got bars and you the nicest. I had to actually put songs together and stuff. So I Rap Too is more just straight bars of how I felt. And Thank You was me thanking the fans for creating me to be, the reason, the way I am now, my mindset and how I grind and shit like that. And my brother produced the Thank You track, Jabbar.
Shout out to Jabbar.
I want to talk to you a little bit about probably like your creative process and your recording process when you're making music. Are you a person that freestyles when you go in the booth, or do you mostly write?
I write everything.
Write everything? Okay.
I still haven't yet to come to the point where I have the time to play around to freestyle in the booth. But I can't wait. I definitely want to try it. It's just sometimes I get a beat. If I was in the studio and niggas was flying beats like boom, boom, I'm like, yo, whoa, hold on, put that on right now. I'll go on the joint. I'll do that shit right there if it was that fast. But like, I've been in sessions where people sit there and they'll make a beat from scratch, and it'll be like 5 hours, 6 hours later where the beat is just now being finished. People just finished their verses and hooks, and now we are starting to record it. And then I've been in where people will play a beat and niggas just going in, just knock it out. And then they'll just keep going and they'll just keep rocking. But I wish I could do that. I would definitely love to do that shit.
When you're getting into like album mode and starting the process of coming out with a like what are your inspirations? Obviously, you talked like with this album, you talked about like being at home. Was there any other things that you gained inspiration from uh, making this album?
I don't know. That's why this was the hardest album ever. I had to step out my box. I had to.
Okay.
I had to not go with my regular. Like, I just had to find beats where I was just like, let me try that, see what it sound like after.
Right.
And then the inspiration shit. There was a lot of negativity, so it was either you drown in the negativity or you create some kind of positive, realm around you. And creating was my positive realm. So that's where I was able to just block everything out.
Right. Would you say that you use the negativity as like fuel?
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Okay.
Always. If without that, I wouldn't be me.
Right. Right.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I personally, I kind of feel what you were saying about coming outside of your box. Because even when I heard one of your singles, Ballerina, on there, I was surprised. I didn't expect that coming from you. I thought it was executed nicely, but I was surprised to kind of hear that sound from you.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm trying to show the world that I could rap. Yeah, I come from where I come from. I could rap, but in the music game, you got people like Kendrick hopping on tracks with Taylor Swift. Whether the song was hot or not, it was dope. It was the fact that there's gonna be people that love you no matter what. If you only do gangster music, then Taylor Swift ain't reaching out to me to do a record. You know what I'm saying? Or Quincy Jones ain't gonna reach out to me and be like, "Yo, let me throw something on that record for you." So I'm trying to just be, like I said, keep the positive energy where I just attract positive, because it's been crazy, bro. It's been crazy.
I feel you on that, 100%. So what inspired you to even go into the music route and do music?
Niggas suck. I was kind of gonna ask a question like that too. Like, how do you feel about like rappers like of this generation?
Hold on. He asked me. let's split these questions. He asked me why. What inspired me? That means when I was younger. When I was younger, there was a lot of young kids out there that was rapping and trying to do this and that.
Oh, okay.
And that kind of made me like, I could do this too. Like these dudes suck.
Right.
Getting into high school, you hearing certain beats, you like, damn, I could have ripped that beat. And then that's when all the mixtape songs started coming and all that. And then you get to a point where you like, man, fuck that. I want niggas to do a mixtape off my beats or my records. So you try to make the records that give you that feel to want to do your own. Like, even if a beat is hot, if I put out a song and somebody's like, yo, that beat is fire, I need that beat, I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Whether they heard the record or not, I did my job. They want part of the sound, they want part of the energy, they want part of that vibe. Right. So that's what inspired me. Now, to answer your question,
right? Yeah.
That's what inspires me to continue on in what's going on now, because everyone else is doing their own thing. Like now, it's like you got people that come up from pop music and they just so happen to rap, so they do pop rap and they get into their own. So I'm like, oh snap! Now I could really do what I want to do now and kind of flip it, and it'll be okay because everyone's doing their own thing. It's not like I'm trying to follow a wave or follow a trend. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Definitely. So now you are also, and I know you don't mention a lot, but you're also the son of a legend in hip hop. So I want to know, one, does that inspire you going into hip hop, and does that also put a lot of pressure on you?
Nah, no pressure.
Let him know your father, by the way, too. Just for the audience.
My pops is Snoop Dogg. Nah. My pops is Rakim. But what inspires me is that my pops now, it's not about who he is, it's about who he is to me.
Right.
Whatever I do, I want my pops approval. I want him to be like, yeah, that's dope. So if I don't get that, I'm gonna try hard. I'm gonna keep doing it. And then my pops is the type that's gonna give you that. He's gonna give you the less words. And if he does any kind of movement when you got music on, you got him. You're good. Let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to say nothing. If that's what you was looking for, you're gonna feel like you failed. But it's like but being that he does that, it's like I wonder if I could get this nigga to smile now. I wonder if I could get him to giggle. Or I wonder if I could get him to jump out his seat next time. So like that right there is like, now when I try to move my pops, it's like, all right, well, I wonder if I could get grandmas and moms and dads and aunties and stuff out their seat too, not just my pops. So it goes, and that's why my shit is family first, because it's we doing this to support our family, and our family will only grow if somebody in our family is doing something to. So when people look at them, they like, oh shit, oh cuz is doing this. Damn, no, I'm about to start doing my shit. Let me get into my shit too. That's the way that we all hope it's taken. You know what I'm saying? And just keep on. And that's my inspiration. That's what inspires me of being my pops. Of my pops being him. That's just my pops though. You know what I'm saying? Now Rakim, of course, that's my top 5. He's dope. He's ill. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, Dad, did you hear what you said? Yo, word, man. I play records from, he got a hard drive of joints, and I sometimes when we in the studio, I'll go open some shit, and I'm like, yo, how do you never drop this?
Yeah.
He'd be like, they wasn't ready for it, or I'm like, like that shit is still hot. Like 10 years ago, it's fire. The beat is ill. Nobody's making beats like that. He's making beats, and I'm like, yo, come on, bro. He's definitely strategic on what he do and shit.
Awesome. Now with you doing music, and like that's a powerful name in hip hop, does that put a lot of pressure on you, or does it motivate you even more? Like, what does that do when you're stepping out as your own rapper?
That's it. I just step out as my own rapper. That's what it do. People are gonna put the label on me no matter what. Like anybody. They no matter where you come from, that's where you come from. So it's I don't think nothing of it. I just try to. I know that I have a name to carry on, and I represent the name. And at the end of the day, when they see me, they're gonna see the name. So I just try to do my part. I try to just deliver the messages that he gave me. You know what I'm saying?
And you're definitely stepping out. Like you have a different sound, than that. So I think that's pretty dope. Actually, out of curiosity, because now I'm curious, what's Rakim's favorite song on your project Home?
I want to say it was Bubble.
Bubble?
Okay.
Bubble and Ballerina.
Yeah. I'm rocking with that Ballerina hard. I like that close off joint. Shout out to Main One.
Yes, sir, Main One.
Yes. Enjoy this fire.
Oh, yo, I'm about to do soon as things start panning right. Me and Main about to do a little EP and shit.
Okay.
Best of both worlds, kind of brand new Jay and R. Kelly type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That sounds fire. We're gonna be looking forward to that. We definitely expecting a verse on that.
I'm still expecting the verse on that.
Yo, I got you. Yo,
Yeah,
send me something. I got you. I'm in the booth tomorrow, son. For real, no, we definitely got to send each other some stuff. So we're doing music, man, and I know that you're how would I word it? I would say we're different from the rest of, I guess, so-called rappers out there. I think we consider ourselves more artists than rappers, right? Because our mindset and what our goals are too, and how we're able to articulate ourselves. So I want to know, with this music, what is your goal to do with this music? Where are you trying to reach with your music? And who are you trying to reach?
The kids.
Okay.
But I can't come out making Barney music and fucking nursery rhymes. So it's hard. It's it's a wild part to touch, because all I care about is the kids, the future. They the ones that's gonna run the world when we gone. So what are we gonna leave here, or what are we gonna leave for them to pick up, so that they can continue on, what their elders is trying to do. But in order to reach the kids nowadays, you gotta reach a 22-year-old first, or a 15-year-old that's gonna go tell his older brother or his older cousin, and then their younger brothers and younger cousins is gonna be like, oh, they mess with that, I'm gonna rock with that too. So it's a weird thing. Like, you don't really know which age group to touch in your community, because you don't know who's that runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to see if we got, so everyone that's tuned in with us, right? So we are filming this on Friday, November 6th, right? So we're trying to see if we have any election updates that we could possibly talk about. All right, so it's still stuck. Joe Biden at 264, Donald Trump at 214. Now, we just want to know, what's your view on this whole election process, with one, us finding out the information later, Donald Trump coming out with his statements about voter fraud, and just everything that's kind of going on. I feel like this election's different. Like,
it's a Scott's commercial. Matter of fact, it's a cha-cha-cha Charmin commercial. Nah, but honestly, I hope that what was done can be finished being done by the same person. So when the next person come in, he got a fresh start, or not. I wouldn't even say fresh start, but he just don't gotta come in the middle of what someone else kind of already did, and they don't know what they could do to fix it. And you know what I'm saying? At this point, for someone else to come in, it'll just be like fucking putting oil in the fucking fire. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's definitely a crazy election, and it really kind of shows like how divided everything is. Just for the election to be this close, it really just shows like the whole country is like mad divided. Yeah. Now, do you think that there's voter fraud, or like you don't pay attention to that?
Do
you think there's like there's fraudulent stuff happening with the votes? Because
Trump, what don't look right? Trump won Texas, Florida, all the big states, but Biden is still in the lead, which I don't know. It's weird. You look at the map and the numbers is like somebody's not counting it all. And
the electoral college as a whole is just like.
Well, aren't there a lot of like mail-in ballots that are still being?
Yeah, so I know like a lot of big confusion too is like, I guess the Democrats really got their side to do a lot more of the mail-in ballots, where the Republicans were pushing to vote day of. So most of the mail-in ballots are for Joe Biden, and most of the day of are for Donald Trump, and then they counted them at different times, so that's where it turned like blue and red. But even what you're saying is the thing that I've been having an issue with the electoral college. Like, if we have the popular vote and all these numbers, why are we having other people elect? But that's his own thing for me.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so back to music because I'm done with politics right now. What artists are you feeling right now that are out right
Damn,
now?
you taking all my
Oh, my
questions.
bad. You got the next one. I mean, this one.
I was just about to ask you that before you jumped into the politics. I was gonna ask you like of the new rappers like nowadays, is there one that stands out to you that you feel like has that you feel like has like with their music it has substance?
Yeah, I like Dave East. I like
Yeah, I like Davies too.
new Fabio Freaky. He got swag with him.
Hey, Fabio, yeah. You got the drill sound.
Yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to what's going on as far as names and the names of songs and stuff. I really listen to vibes now. Now though, like to keep up with what's going on, I kind of just stay tuned with like current events and you know just regular everyday stuff and you know who just what's trending. I don't know. Music isn't trending anymore. Music is just playing off trends. So I just like to see where people's mind is and what they like, what they're choosing to rock to. So that right there kind of builds my content.
That's a good answer.
I know you're the marketing question you want to ask.
Oh yeah, because well, on this podcast we like to talk about like keys to success, and you know, sort of like give people like tools on like marketing and like inspiration and things of that nature. So for like let's say a new artist that's trying to figure out their sound, do you have any tips for them on how they should go? Yeah, like on how they should go about doing that.
Yeah, I mean they could start off like they could go on like one of them beat websites, SoundClick or BeatStars, and just kind of find 3 to 5 beats that they really, really love and that they can make a song instantly off of.
Right.
Once they could do that, then other producers will be able to be like, oh shit, I could make you something. I know what you got. I know what you could do.
Right.
The marketing aspect, go to Fiverr. For Fiverr, it's an app. And when you on that, you can find people to help you market, promote. You know, they got ratings. People, they comment and let them know, oh, this person did this for me. You can find anything on Fiverr that'll help you with like not just marketing in the broad way, but like they'll go into your social media account. They'll do a social media run and you know just build you up. And it's just about where you're gonna spend your money. People say, oh, I don't have a budget, but if you're making 300 a week and you're paying 50 in gas, 30 in lunch, food, if that's your budget, you know what I'm saying? Like you do have a budget. You just choosing to go buy fucking blunts or whatever with your extra money instead of taking $20 and put it aside and putting it into, you know, throwing a promo on Instagram so people could see your name with the sponsorship under there and just little things here and there. It's just about people seeing that the people that matter is going to see it and be like, okay, he's actually putting work in. The people that don't know what's going on, they're going to be like, oh shit, I see this guy everywhere. He must have some type of, you know, some system behind them, and it makes them want to just rock with you. And so it'll all start falling into place once you start putting that money into it. Right. You don't got to have thousands of dollars. Just be consistent. $100 a month. That's it. That's all you need. Put in a promotion. Put in anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Or like we talked about this, like if you still living with your parents and you got a job, and you don't have to,
you should be on.
and your mom is not asking for all of your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
Shit,
go to
there's
the
some that
club.
ain't asking for none of their paychecks.
Right, that's what I'm
They
saying.
can rock and they choose to go buy sneakers and outfits.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
and
saying.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then that's why I love what you said about the budget, because people will walk around, oh, I don't have a budget, or I can't afford to do this, but nah, look at what you spending your money on.
Yeah.
You know who put me on? You know who put me on to that? My guy Nick Wiz, real close friend, producer from Cellar Dwellers. He asked me one day. He was like, "Well, what's your budget?" Because I was busting moves, trying to think bigger than what I could do, and I'm just reaching out to people that I know, and I'm like, "Yo, what if I did this and that?" He was like, "Well, what's your budget?" I was like, "Well, I ain't got a budget. I'm just, I'm hoping that, people would just want to do it for the love." You know what I'm saying? I was on that shit. He was like, "Well, what you putting your money into?" I was like, "What you mean? When I got kids and all that shit." He was like, "Yeah, but you don't go buy, you don't buy nothing." I was like, "Yeah, here and there." He was like, "All right, well, how much do you use to spend on that?" So I broke it down. He was like, "All right, well, that's your budget for music, and you spending it on that." I'm like, okay. Because at the time, you don't think that putting in for promo for Instagram and Facebook is going to do anything. Yeah, 1 time, 2 times, not going to do nothing. But if you're doing it for a week straight, or, you know what I'm saying, for a month, you're going to see results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, like if it's something you really love, it's something you really want to do, it shouldn't be a hesitation to put some bread up for it that you if you confident in yourself that you can make back.
Yep.
And I see some talented people start because they're like, oh, well, when I get a budget, I'm like, yo, even if you work minimum wage, you can save up and be able to invest in yourself on the side. So there's no reason to be like you can't invest in yourself. And that's the main thing. If you want other people to invest into you, including the fans, this person, that's an investment. You have to invest in yourself. Who wants to invest in someone that hasn't invested in themselves?
Oh, and one thing to people I want to tell the artists, don't promote just random shit on Instagram or Facebook. Like I learned if you don't literally put in the comments, go click this video to this thing for this album, they're not gonna know what the shit is. They're gonna see the fucking sponsor and be like, oh, and just keep scrolling. You know what I'm saying? But when you tell them to click it and you got to click here to message me or to something to interact with, you'll see more results. And I'm like, and then you gotta have something. You gotta have a marketing run. You gotta have something that you're marketing. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do a song and just put it out and I'm gonna market the song. All right, well, when's the video coming out? I just see the song and the link. I don't see no promo for the video. Like, what is this? Is this it? I get confused and I just keep going. I'm done. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, word. And then you got to think about it. If you do that shit, there's gonna be other people that do that shit too. And then sometimes you're not even on that shit looking for music. You just on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, how could you capture these people that's just on that shit? All right, fuck it. I'm gonna just be on that shit too then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just so happen to have a link in my bio. Click it.
Right. That's a good answer.
I would say because we did give a lot of advice, but let's say someone, because we know this industry is tough, but life is tough in general, but a lot with this industry is tough. So to the artists, man, they had a hard time getting their following up, and they're almost at that point of giving up. What words of advice can you give them to the artists that went, because we've all been there where we felt like we wanted to give up, but we pushed through. So what advice can we give them?
Give up.
I know where you go.
My nigga, hey,
Straight
give
up.
up.
Like,
because at the end of the day, if you ain't built for it, you ain't built for it. Don't try to be built for it. Don't try to act like you built for it. Because then when you get out there and you got a song out there and you talking about something that you ain't built for or you ain't even about, people start seeing that and then you just gonna flop. And then either you out there like, all right, well, I'm gonna do one song and I'm gonna kick up. Cool, do it. But you out there like, I'm gonna spend this, I'm gonna go here, ooh, I'm popping, and then you flop and you sitting there like, oh shit, I owe the label this. I gotta do this. I can never get back. I could never put another project out with my name no more. Like you done. Like you can't even do nothing no more. So like if you feel like, cause I've been to a point where I felt like I want to give up and like really, and then I call some of my boys, I'll be like, yo, my nigga, honestly, son, about to just go get this job, like this career, blah, blah, blah. And they be like, nigga, what? Yo, you stupid, my nigga. Don't blah, blah, blah. Don't do that, son. You've been doing this shit for boy. And I sit there and think about it like, yo, you know what? I did put mad time in. So if you're going to quit all that time you put into, go ahead and quit. Because that shit, it ain't, you ain't for it. Because the people that made it, they never quit. They never have that they think about changing their path, but they never think about quitting anything that they doing. They might be like, this ain't working. What else could I do? Or this ain't this. What else could, instead of going, what else could I do? Be like, all right, well, let's not be what's the word? Let's not be insane. Let's step back and say, all right, well, when I did that shit didn't work. But I did get a little bit of response when I did that little part. Let me take that. Let me keep that. Let me do some new shit now and keep that little part in there and see if this will work. It's all about experimenting. That's the if you gotta have the patience too. And my kids taught me that. You gotta have the patience to do that shit. And,
yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
because my kid is teaching me that too. Yo,
Word.
that's a fact.
Yeah. No, man, that's facts, man. Well, I mean, we definitely appreciate, having you on this podcast with us, dropping some wisdom for the fans. Also, yeah, let them know where can they follow you on social media. Also, we're gonna have your album link in the description so people can get that too. But let them know where to follow you.
You can follow me at official Tahmell on Instagram. Official Tahmell Beats on Instagram if you want to fuck with some beats. You can find me at Tahmell G7 on Twitter. And you can find me at Tahmell on Facebook.
Yeah. And then the beats were sounding tough too. The beats were sounding tough too in that project. So definitely.
I didn't make none of the beats on my project though. Cause
okay.
I gotta spread it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Word, I gotta give him the pen first and then I'll mix it up. But
is there anything we can look forward to coming?
See, I have a project coming next year, beginning of next year. Me and my brother, we produce half of it, and me and him, we rapping on it, and then I'm introducing, my team that we all friends, we all just rock together, we all have a dope vibe. So, I'm just introducing people that I rock with and, just to broaden sound from the Connecticut area so people could get that Connecticut sound. You know what I'm saying? But
yo, well, when did your brother start rapping? Where you been rapping? Because I didn't know that.
He been rapping. He just don't talk.
Yo, no, man, tell me.
He was on 1995.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Okay. Yo, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, well, we definitely looking forward to hearing more music from you. We also we cooking up. We're in the studio all week, so wherever you want to send our way, we got you.
Right.
Yeah, man. So everyone, make sure you're following the official Tahmell. Make sure you get that home album. It's crazy, and a lot more to come, man. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank y'all for the welcome, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, we gotta show love first like a podcast. Put the work in, trying to make it last. Seen enough deaths, I don't need no more. It's like our nation trying to start a civil war. We gotta show love first like
Asian and white. Whole lives matter, but let's get it right. There's a specific group of people needing help right now. All lives matter, yeah, I know, calm down. So can we get together, stop the hurting right now?